do it all for free. You want it to be good quality. Let's talk about the programs that we're going to use. You need one or the other, you don't need both. You need to think about what your thumbnail's going to be. And no one can click on it. No one can click on it. So that you have something to put on your thumbnail. You know what I mean? So that is what I'm going to show you today. Okay. Hi guys! Welcome back to another video. I hope you think this is cute because I think this is cute, and also let's pause and give a round of applause for this TV console because I made it out of crates. That's right. My mom gave me the idea because she's so cute and crafty, and I went ahead and executed it. Okay, that's not what we're here to talk about. I need to film this efficiently today because the sun is going down. Yes, unfortunately I waited until 5:15, 5:30 to start filming this video. This should be a lengthy video, but let's get on with it. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to craft a quality thumbnail. If you're wondering, like, girl,
subscribers, why would I take any advice from you?
Okay, now listen. Before you get all judgy around here, I actually have a degree in visual communications, period. In creative industry studies, period. So, I'm gonna put that degree to work and I'm gonna show you how to visually communicate what your video is about and how to do it effectively so that people are gonna click on your video, because the thumbnail is the most important part of the video. You could spend hours and hours and hours like me editing videos and then you don't put any quality, any time into your thumbnail and no one's gonna click on it, period. No one's gonna click on it. So let me show you how to get somebody to click on it. Okay, first things first, when you film a video you need to think about what your thumbnail is going to be. You need to know what your video is going to be about in order to film it, right? So think about the kind of things that like pop in your head when you think about what said video is. Today I'm going to be making two thumbnails, right? The thumbnail of this video, of course, which you've already seen. I'm going to show you how to make that. But inside that, right now, what I'm already thinking about, as you should be too, is what my thumbnail is going to be. And I want my thumbnail to be a picture of me sitting like this with the thumbnail that I'm going to show you how to make today. I'm trying to think, like, what would I make my thumbnail be if the video is simply me sitting here? It's going to be me sitting here. So we're going to make it cute by showing you the finished result. That thumbnail, stay with me guys, is going to be the thumbnail that I'm going to show you how to make today. And that's going to be a like day in my life thumbnail, since that's very popular and has a lot of aspects in it, so I can show you like how to do these little things that you can then incorporate into multiple different videos that you make, multiple different thumbnails that you make. So first things first, I need to take a photo of me sitting in front of this TV and going like this so that I can later insert the thumbnail. We're doing this because we want it to be good quality. We don't want to take a screenshot of like a cute moment. Oh shit, guys, I'm so sorry. We don't want to, guys, my remote is on my phone because my actual remote doesn't work. Isn't that cute? We're gonna take a picture right now because we don't want to go back into the video and screenshot what we want to be the thumbnail, because then it's going to be bad quality. So this is why I said you need to be thinking consciously before you film your video, as you film your video, what you want your thumbnail to be, so you can capture those moments. For example, if you're making a what I eat in a week video, you want to take pictures of the food before you devour it so that you have something to put on your thumbnail. You know what I mean? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the thumbnail that I make it look like it's on the TV, you know? You should always use your back camera for content. I try to, but that's just not the vibe today because it's not the vibe. And if it's not the vibe, then it's not the vibe. Don't ask any questions. So step one is to get all of your photos from your camera roll and put them into a folder so it's easier to access and send over to your computer. We are now on my computer, but I'm going to go and just make a folder and we're going to call it Day in My Life. This is just so then everything can be organized, okay? Step two, let's talk about the apps and the programs that we're going to be using. There are two ways you can do this. You can do this for free, I would suggest Canva. And if not, I would suggest you get Photoshop or Illustrator. You need one or the other, you don't need both. I would recommend Illustrator. However, I pay for a package, and that package includes Photoshop and Lightroom because I am also a photographer, so that package just works best for me because I can use Photoshop as I would use Illustrator, but Illustrator is a little bit better if you're doing like graphic design stuff. But for thumbnails, like, you can literally do it all for free on Canva. So that is what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to probably make the same thumbnail just on 2 different programs. So I think first I'll start with Photoshop because that's what I tend to use. So we're going to start a new file. And we are going to go to custom. It already pops up with what I typically use, and that's going to be a width of 1280, and then you're going to have a height of 720. These are the exact measurements that you will need for your thumbnail. And then we're just going to go ahead and title it, and I'm just going to call it thumbnail. I typically title it the title of the video, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and create that, and bam, you can see it. The first thing I'm going to do is unlock the background over here. I'm going to decide which photos I want to be where. So I kind of know that I really want this photo of Suki to be in here. I want it on this side because having it over here is going to help frame, like, it's just going to help frame the whole thumbnail. You want it to be visually pleasing. Not only should it be aesthetic, it should fit your aesthetic, yes, but it should be visually pleasing. Like, people should be like, damn, that looks good. And so, like, something that a lot of people do is they take like 4 photos, put them all in a row, and just put a title over the front. That's a really good, easy way. However, I like to have overlapping in my photos. So that's what something like this picture would do, or this picture would do. I would just take the hands out of this photo and the smoothies and add them in. You'll probably see that. Or the hand and the sneaker. If you go back to one of my other videos, this is a photo I have used as a thumbnail. But those we're going to add last. So I'm going to figure out what else I want to. I think I'm going to title it A Saturday Morning at Home because all these photos are pretty much at home. So as you add all of these photos, what will happen is they will be on new layers. They will be on their own layers, which is perfect. So I'm going to take this photo of myself, and there are 2 ways to do this, okay? You can use the object or you can use the quick selection. Grab everything that it feels like you're wanting to grab, right? So Command D for deselect. Or you can do the object selection tool and it will highlight those objects for you. But if we go down to the bottom of the screen, it will highlight pretty much the whole object that you're looking for. And then we can just go shift and add. Why the frick would I want my arm? And just add these other objects. Or if it's giving you problems like it is here, we can actually just draw. We can just go back to the quick selection tool. We're gonna make it a little bit smaller so I can get like something like my finger. And go here. Again, don't overthink this. I don't know if I'm saying again because I don't know if I said this once, but don't overthink this. It's gonna be really zoomed out, so like, or it's gonna be like really little. Like, think about it, a thumbnail's like that big, you know? That looks great to me. I'm also gonna get rid of this little chunk. Great. And now we're gonna go up here and we're gonna click select inverse. So now it has selected everything except for what is outlined. We're gonna go to our eraser tool right here, make sure it's nice and big, make sure the opacity is at 100, and we're gonna go, we're gonna go ahead and erase everything that was not highlighted or selected. Okay, bam. Now we're gonna go Command D to deselect everything, and then we're just gonna go up here and make this a little smaller so that we can get rid of this like finer stuff. Now let's turn on everything else and see how I'm just like a little stickler, a little sticky. Okay, And we use these to make our thumbnail look seamless, right? This is why we like cut things out like this. We're gonna go to Command T to make it a little bit, make myself a little bit bigger. I feel like we have a lot of brown over here and a lot of yellow over here. So I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna go to edit, transform, and we're gonna go flip horizontal. And move shorty over here. I definitely like that. And we're gonna go back to the curvature tool. And I'm just going to start like curving all the pieces of me. And then you can go like this and double click if you want it to be a sharp edge. That's why I just like to go straight in with the curvature tool instead of like not, I don't know. We're gonna change this later. Obviously I'm not gonna be masked out in yellow. That would be weird. I don't know why it started with a fill. Can I just go ahead and change that right now? Thank you. Okay. That was annoying. Okay. Now that we have Shadi looking like this, stroke of this outline white. And then we're gonna go ahead and put the outline behind. Obviously you know that says Saturday, so I'm going to leave it right behind the outline version of myself just because I think it looks cute like that. And then I'm gonna go add another text layer. Just bring it all the way to the top. And I'm going to write in my life. Now, when you guys are making your thumbnails, I just want to be clear. This is not your search engine. Your search engine optimization should be applied to your title and your description. Because when people search things, it's only searchable through like the software. The algorithm, I mean, it does know what your thumbnail is a photo of it. It can read text that's embedded into your thumbnail. However, that's not what's going with the search engine. You could have a photo of an orange that says orange, 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 orange all over it, but the title of your video is red. And in your caption, your description, it says blue. That video is not going to pop up if you search orange, even though orange is written all over the thumbnail. You want to use your title and you want to use your description as your search engine. This is just a first glance, like, it's like, think about a book. Let me explain this. If you really like a thumbnail, you might just read the title of the video, and then you might just read the description, and then you might just actually click on the video. So that's like looking at a book in a bookstore. If you really like the book cover, you might read the title, and then you might read the little description that's on the back of the book, and then if you really like that, you might actually read the book. So again, this is not your search engine, so you don't even need a lot of text on here. We're gonna go in here and change our font. These two at the top are the two I use the most often, so I'm just gonna stick with that because it kind of matches the theme of what's already going on in my YouTube. And I like when thumbnails overlap, but remember it's small, so when I get to the text part, I do like to zoom out and really see how small it's going to be. I'm liking this. Saturday in my life. Life looks a little boring based on the photos, but it's because I didn't actually do anything. So you know what? I'm calling it good. And this is the thumbnail. Now I'm going to show you how to make this really quickly now on Canva, because we have all of our stuff and Canva's actually extremely user-friendly. So we've made this thumbnail over here. Now we're going to go over to Canva, and you can also just search like thumbnail, And look, it gives you examples. Like, you could play off of these if this is what you're going for. If not, that's okay. But I want to create a new project, so I'm going to create a new design, and I'm going to search thumbnail and YouTube thumbnail. It will pop up with the perfect dimensions. So we're going to go in here and title this Day in My Life. Now we know the photos that we want to use, so it's going to be a lot easier to import. So bam. Look how user-friendly Canva is. And I like Canva because look. In the last one, I wanted to crop this out, this little part, but it wasn't as easy as that. In Canva, it's so easy. You can crop it like this if you want to just actually crop it, or you can just make it smaller or bigger. Like, it's just so much easier to work with and to get like it to just be exactly how you want it to be. So that's another reason why I actually adore Canva. I like that. I love Canva. It just makes things so much easier. The only thing is though, I do believe if we want to take this photo of ourselves, when I say of ourselves, I mean of me. Just give it a second to upload. I believe you need, yes, in order to remove the background, you do need to have the premium membership. So, a little trick, if you are on a Mac, just open this photo in preview, and you can take this little markup tool, go over here, it says the little magic wand, and you can delete certain areas. So everything in red will be deleted. So you can take this little lasso tool, you can use the smart lasso tool. I'm just going to use the lasso tool to get rid of anything I don't really want. And I actually kind of might keep the TV. I don't know. But we're going in this very loosely. We're just doing this for shits and gigs because I already showed you how to make the thumbnail. But I want you to know how to be able to do it if you don't have access to sites that you pay for. So if you don't have a MacBook, my apologies. I don't know how you would like get this effect and be able to do this. Oh my god, my face looks botched. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so dark. I just looked at the film. I'm so sorry. If you made it this far, you're a real one, and hopefully the lighting doesn't matter to you. Now that we're here, all these little lines are now objects. So what we can do is we can go to position, and we can actually go to layers, and we can just move me to the top so that I'm then in front of all these little lines. We can go to our text, go to a little title, and again we are going to do Saturday, put like that, yellow, and we're gonna go back to position, and we're gonna put this underneath all these little outlines, and then we're gonna go to a new text, Saturday in my life. I know this one definitely didn't come out as good as the other one, but like I said, I think it's worth it to have Photoshop, because you can do the cutout thing, it's a lot easier. You can do the outline thing, it's a lot easier. You can do a lot more things on Canva though, so if it's worth it to you, like if you're making YouTube videos, I can assume you're making shorts, so you can edit your shorts on here as well, if that's something you want to do. Personally, I use CapCut. If you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions. I will answer for you. And again, I want to apologize for the lighting throughout the video. But yeah, I appreciate you for sticking with me and making it to the end of the video, of course. Here's the thumbnail that we made. I hope you stuck with me throughout it. If you were on Canva, Then here's ours. Not as cute, but you kind of get the point. You kind of get my point of how to make a thumbnail. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Okay guys, if you made it this far, I thank you so kindly for watching this video. I'm gonna go edit this video now. But thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!